All right, there we go. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a lovely day out there today. Here's Loki coming in for a treat. Still going to be going with the green screen here so far. I like the way it's been going. But let's get started with a nice little treat for Loki. Also, I fixed up my internet as far as I know from yesterday, so we'll see how this works out. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys a quick update about what happened over the last couple days, just in case you guys weren't there for yesterday's stream, where we just digested some of the CPI data, okay? So, first of all, CPI data was absolutely fantastic. Inflation continues to go lower and lower and lower. This is the type of stuff we've been hoping for a very long time. The last 3 years, lower, lower, lower. We haven't been this low, I think, since 2020, so it's been a minute. It's been a while here. I think if I go back the last time, 2021, this is the last time we've been this low as far as inflation's concerned. So this kind of flies in the face of what all the economists have been saying is this previous month was going to be horrible in terms of inflation. It has not been horrible, which I think is absolutely fantastic news. Now, the market right now it's in a fluctuation page. We talked about this 3-4 days ago about how the market was going to probably have about one more week left, and then things were going to slow down a little bit. I managed to post it in the Telegram group. If you guys haven't already, I've been posting more on Telegram for you guys. But just really focusing on, and hey, these rallies only happen for a certain amount of time. Let's take it easy. Let's not go too crazy with it. And then from there, we can kind of build it bit by bit. And hey, Larry, happy to see my man debating bidding against Tesla right now. Man, it's hard because Tesla's right in that middle range where I don't like to trade it at all, but you can play around with it for sure. And hey, Michael, happy to see my man. Hey, Dolphin. Been liking what you've been doing trades for the stream lately. Those are fun to track over time. Yeah, so far we got a mixed bag, but I think the mixed bag is good. This is the bad side of the green screen. I kind of like blocking certain things out of here. But our OXT that we opened up a few days ago, that one's down 10%. Not that bad because it's a 5x leverage. Dude, this one is down 16 bucks or 336%. This was the high risk one. I wanted to focus on this one because we're not really closing it until it loses like 50 bucks or something like that. But I'm wondering if I just bought the wrong time and maybe it'll have a big roar. I'm waiting to see if that happens. If it does happen, I will let you guys know, but I am very happy we did a YOLO small transaction on this one. Otherwise, I might be down on a little bit more than just 16 bucks, right? Pepe is up 137% with the 10x leverage here, so we've gone up a little bit here. For most of you guys, since I'm in a small position, I don't really have to think so much about stop losses, but maybe a 1 hour chart would be better actually. All right. You know, if you guys, I know I've been saying this so many times, but if you guys haven't scaled out anything yet, a lot of positions are still profitable right now. So I would say, hey, it's okay to sell off a little bit, just lock in some gains. And then if another opportunity, whether it be a dip or some type of consolidation breakout happens, you guys will have money to deploy in those types of scenarios here. So 1,000 Pepe still doing fantastic. I might have a stop loss right over here at this last little drop, just to make sure if anything bad happens, I'm locking in my gains. And the other one here is Melania. We're up a little bit on Melania. We never really hit the stop loss here, so we're still in a good spot. But that one's draining a little bit. Layer, this is something we bought a while ago. High risk as well. So again, only a small amount of capital in here, but it's not as bad as the other one, the dude one. That one's more of an NFT based one, which is kind of funky. Excuse me, guys. Now, as far as let me click on you. There you go. Book of Meme is still solid. Are we far away from the highs? Yeah, we are, but we're still solid compared to where we bought this. We bought this back over here, so, or maybe even over here. Regardless, we're in a really good spot there. Ape token surprisingly is up 200%. I think we kind of got lucky on this one. Very, very lucky, but while higher, this is a good opportunity to sell if you guys haven't already. It's nice when we have a nice entry point and things work out afterwards. So again, there's something else you can take some money out and run. Solana, you know, we talked about this again, but I didn't really buy the lows of Solana. I just bought momentum was shifting. We should still go higher, that type of stuff. And Turbo right now is down a little bit, so we're only at 1,500%. We were up like 1700%. So again, If you guys bought Turbo with me on this one, I'd highly recommend, if we're like 1,600% profit, 1,500% profit, you guys at least take something. Now, I'll be opening up more trades. I do have a new sponsor that I'll be talking more about, I think, tomorrow, so get ready for that. That one's with a Syndex, which is a different exchange coming back to America. And I'll let you guys know about that one here pretty soon, too. I got you guys some good deals as far as fees, so you guys get, like, VIP level 5 fees and stuff like that. But I think the link's down below, but just wait until tomorrow if you want to sign up. I want to make sure you guys get all the goodies and things like that. All right, so focusing on more a little bit here with Bitcoin, guys. Oh gosh, I think we're gonna get annoyed probably for the short term, but let me just focus on what's happening here. Everything on the oscillators is still good. I still like what's happening. We're still facing a little bit of resistance from the previous highs over the last couple quarters. A Bitcoin hitting around that $109,000 mark. Everybody's been talking about this, but that level of resistance is still there. We want to break out and make a new high. Currently, we are sitting at a nice level of resistance, and we haven't really had trouble breaking out above the Fibonacci levels, which has been pretty good. It looks like maybe on the monthly chart we have yet to close above them, but we got a whole another 17 days here, so I'm not like really concerned. I think what most people are more concerned about is this turning into something more of a double top or some bad news, making us get rejected from this all-time high levels, that type of stuff. Am I there yet? No, I still am optimistic with Bitcoin just because of a few things, and I just want to reiterate what those things are right now. First of all, MACD, stochastic, RSI, change of character, all bullish momentum, all signaling strong moves ahead, which is something I really do like indeed. On top of that, we do have this kind of moving average effect. I guess it's probably the best way to say it because I don't know how to articulate it any other way. When we see a potential death cross between the 20-week and 50-week moving averages, like right here or right over here, we typically see Bitcoin go boom all of a sudden to stop that death cross from happening. It does happen a few times every cycle, and then you see Bitcoin just go boom, almost like a timer, if you will. Again, it happened way back over here. You just saw Bitcoin go boom to stop it from crossing over. Back over here, it went boom to stop it. To get an attempt, it didn't really work out. There was COVID there, so it's a little bit different. And that one over here, I think there was one right here. Yeah, if I go back far enough, you did see Bitcoin pop off a little bit, but we're still in that good mood, I would say, right now. You still see things like Bitcoin dominance here coming down, which is surprising. There's no, oh, we hit that top exactly 66%. You've seen altcoins making some magnificent runs, which is why when we've been talking about some of the stuff and building out some of those watch lists here, I think I'm going to actually do the watch list on crypto.com. That might be the best one because I think most of you guys have that app. But let's back up a little bit here. So Ethereum coming back a lot after losing a bunch of money here. I don't think people realize how much this lost in value. Let's see if I can poke this down a little bit. At one point it was down like 66%, so yeah, I mean that was bad. Solana peaking back up, Dogecoin peaking back up, Trump peaking back up a little bit, Melania attempting to. Whiff, good, bond, good. So you're seeing some solid moves right now. There are a few things that I think I saw moving earlier, but I don't know because we just reset here at 5 o'clock. I think Mood Dang was down quite a bit over the last few days. Show you guys that here very fast. Doesn't look like a lot, I know, but that drop was like 28% at the worst. It was like 33, 34, 35%. That's not necessarily what you guys want to see here. But it had such a big pop that if you bought it anywhere over here with dollar cost averaging, you're profitable right now. Did I sell some of mine? Yeah, I did because I'm profitable right now. And this has been a bag that you could have been holding for months and months and months. And for a lot of these, I was holding bags for months and months and months. World token still moving up bit by bit. This is more of a fundamental play, but I'm buying it to see what happens in the long term here. Fetch AI, same thing. NMR, playing around with it. AI, I'm thinking of hopping back in a little bit more forcefully here if we can cool down a little bit more. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to buy up all these tokens. Remember a few months ago I started like, you know what, I'm not going to be doing as much heavy dollar cost averaging into all this stuff. I'm going to play it slow, and I'm glad I did because who would have known what was going to happen with those tariffs? Could have been a freaking disaster. Nvidia killing it. Oh yeah, Nvidia gets access to the Chinese markets again. They're in a good mood right now. Good mood. American oil producers are now cutting production and doing layoffs. Oh yeah, oil's getting too cheap. Go back over here very fast. We haven't talked about it as much because my Pioneer Natural Resources got bought out by ExxonMobil. But yeah, oil. This is gonna annoy people for years. No matter which software they use, it's gonna annoy people for years. There we go. We haven't been this low in years. This is the last time we were this low was what? April of 2021. You know, that's a whole different type of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna give Loki another treat. You guys can see him just like lurking now because there's no other stuff. Yeah, I know some of that liver. All right, but yeah. Oh, the shirt comes across as white, but it's actually purple or white with purple dots. Maybe, I don't know. Ugh. I had to change a bunch of stuff up yesterday in order to be doing the green screen, but it looks like my signal is working out better. I don't see any problems with YouTube here, so we're good there. But yeah, oil prices are not the best. You actually go over here to the weekly breakout, and we can go over here to ConocoPhillips. ConocoPhillips has been going down. Chevron's been going down. And I think the momentum wasn't even that good as well here. Because we had a breakout over here. Actually, momentum actually wasn't terrible at that point. It just didn't manifest. Oh, no, more likely I'm not even using the real lines. That's what it is. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That'll explain it. Chevron, but what else is next to ExxonMobil? There we go. Exxon's still on the channel. A lot of other stuff's giving up here, but is that death cross coming? I might have to unload off some of my ExxonMobil shares. The dividends have been good, but I'd prefer to just take a flat profit here. You guys are just talking about Nvidia. Nvidia's booming right now. Let me go over to the daily chart. Oh, that's beautiful. That's what you want to see. Still a lot of investments, and again, Trump making some of those deals, it's helping him out a little bit, even if it's just taking us back to the status quo. I'll take that status quo over all the freaking out that was happening just a few weeks ago. Hey Tony, happy to see my man. Your Tesla 3X Bull ETF is up from $6 to $15, so you're sold. I would say that's pretty reasonable right there, pretty reasonable. Hey Charmander Noir, happy to see both of you guys here. You put another 100k short on which token right there? Probably Bitcoin, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, and hey Vilrat, let me see right here. Guten Tag. Measure move, let's go. Tony, Jelly has been wild. Which one is... I've heard about... We were talking about Jelly yesterday. More of me just being like, what the heck is going on with this thing? Yeah, this thing right here. This is a 4-hour chart. Talking about what happened if it would spike and stuff like that, and it did spike up. I think we focused more about it. 15th, yeah. Yeah, kind of over here in the afternoon yesterday because it was moving up so much. It lost a lot of that momentum, that's for sure. But for those people who want to do some heavy risk trading, I think they have an opportunity to do that. This thing can move up really fast. Very, very fast, actually. Very, very fast. Go back over here. Now that we got this going, anything else really popping off? No, not too much. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is go back to Bitcoin. Go over to maybe an hourly chart. Put this up so you guys can see exactly what's been happening, which is a whole bunch of nothing. We've been consolidating up at this level of resistance. And let me double check something here on my part. That is definitely the bottom there. That is definitely the bottom there. We are good to go. Okay. Want to make sure the fib levels are in a good spot. And then go over here to not Coinbase, coinmarketcap.com. Alright, last 24 hours. Walrus has almost $1 billion market cap. Has anybody actually been paying attention to this one? Because I have not. Walrus. Why do more? Wait, what? Oh, this is trippy. Do more with your data. But what did it say in the beginning? Oh, okay, maybe the same thing, I guess. Builders put their trust in Walrus. Lanera, Decrypt 1, Tals. Programmable data that works. Max storage, minimum spend, always reliable, lightning fast, fully programmable. So it's like NFT stuff, I guess, with other things involved. I am always more cautious about NFTs, as you guys might imagine, but it is moving. And I guess when, you know, Bitcoin dominance is coming down, a lot of tokens like this get their opportunity. Meet us in person. Do they got any events coming up? Nope, that's only in Dubai, and that already happened. Let's see. X. How they got a following? 567,000 followers. That's quite a bit of followers right there. Yeah, let me see. XRP $5 incoming. Sweetland Walrus on Sweet. There you go. Yeah, because I haven't heard much about this one, but it looks interesting, and it's moving up quite a bit. 9% last day. Back up here. Anything else popping off today? Helium's up a little bit here. 700. Pudgy Penguins. So more of a neutral day with the top 100, it looks like. I mean, I guess nothing to really complain about there. Oh, a lot more volatility here. So SERP was going up, Grass was up, AMP. I haven't talked about AMP in a minute here. ATH, FTX token, Pendle. Okay, we had some slight movers here. On the other side, though, Moodang, you know, again, look at these profits in the last 7 days. It's okay. It's definitely okay. Moodang down 20%, Peanut the Squirrel down 11, 12, GigaChad down 12, AI 16Z is down 9. You know, these types of dips are things you guys might be looking at buying if you're trying to dollar cost average into a position that can hold on for a couple months. That might not be terrible. Toshi's okay. Barra Chain still moving. Looking at all these lower market cap plays here as well. Blur already. Yeah, if we do get a nice little thing right here, a little pop down the road, a lot of these same tokens will be blowing up. Even Space ID, we haven't talked about this one much, I don't think either. Again, just another company that's actually doing something. I may have to, maybe I'll do a video on this type of stuff. We'll have to wait. There we go, got a Walrus. Let's see. Nola, Josh Hart, Jerry. Anything bad happening in Nola? Oh, Nola problem. Okay. Well, I'll just type in Bitcoin here. I wanted to see if there was any news that, you know, we might be able to see on here, but Mexican billionaire Ricardo Salinas shares portfolio 70% Bitcoin, 30% gold, no bonds, no stocks. Damn. Buy the Bitcoin dip, think 10 years because it's limited asset, dollar cost average, monthly to remove uncertainty. Damn. You know what? 70% Bitcoin. With the way Bitcoin's going, this guy is going to become even more wealthy. You know what I mean? Guys, it's over. Bitcoin has officially been debunked. There's no coming back from this. Let's see. Oh, I saw something about this. I watched part of this and it was very, very bad because I was trying to learn. I like to learn for you guys, but this was very, very bad. I think this was the Financial Times reporter. It was not good. It was not good. Bitcoin did 30x after the 2016 halving, 8x after the 2020 halving. It even hasn't even done 2x this cycle here. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute. Let's see. Bitcoin, yeah. Freaking eyes. I mean, everybody's waiting for that solid breakout here. Everybody's waiting. You know, everybody's waiting. The thing is, sometimes we've had breakouts above these lines and it hasn't really held up. Remember, we've broken out above this once, twice, this level of resistance, and each time we had just bad news pushing us back down. We could still have bad news pushing us back down. That's not what we want at all. And hey, I'm happy to see my man. I'm enjoying my new green screen life here. I still have to get used to it. Even this chair feels weird since I moved it from upstairs, but yeah, everything feels a little off. I did bring cigars to smoke with you guys today. That's one thing I did, which I'm happy about. But I haven't lit one yet, so I'll probably do that in a few seconds here. Yeah, we already have AMP going up a little bit more here. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Oh, this one's already dying off, actually, after having a really good move. Yeah, alright. XS moving up a little bit here. I wonder if I go over here. Favorite tokens. Nope. Alright. Thought I would give it a shot. Let's get out of here. Alright, so as far as news, the futures are down right now. Bitcoin's down a little bit right now. Again, nothing crazy here. As far as news, I actually normally I like to have a bunch of news to talk about. There wasn't much news today. Trump is off in the Middle East doing his Middle East stuff. Some stuff happened with Boeing with the new order on planes, which I thought was pretty cool, but Boeing's going to have another crisis here pretty soon, which will destroy all the hope that I have of it. But there's that. And then everything else was just very, very boring. Nobody really cared about it. Maybe MicroStrategy had some good news here, just the fact that it's moving up so much. Besides that, no, not really. There wasn't really much news today. That's why I talked about the inflation numbers coming out a little bit ago. I should probably look for some more tokens down the road to actually trade with you guys and just kind of see what's on here. Tommy's at 55, Neon's at 50. Islam, is that Islam token? I don't know. 33%. Memhash, something like that. Memhash 30 up 30%. FBU, Donkey, USTD, Gem. There's so many things I just don't know. There's been so many tokens this cycle, so many, so hard to keep up with all this stuff going on here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now is let me find something that's popping off a little bit. Melania token, no. This is a 15-minute chart, by the way. Ethereum is making a move here. We can watch Ethereum for a second. I'm going to open up my little cigar box of imported goodies. If I can. Aha. Alright. And then I'm going to find something that's easy to smoke in here because I don't want to have to work for it, you know? There's a Padron in here in 1926. This is more of an expensive cigar, I would say. Placencia. The Davidoff Royal. Maybe I'll smoke this if Bitcoin hits 150,000 bucks, but if not, I'm smoking it for an event in December. Davidoff. Yeah, that should be fine. Probably a nice, easy way to get some, well, no, I'm not going to smoke it in Vegas. Although I may see some of you guys when I'm in Vegas for Bitcoin Vegas. That should be pretty fun. There's a bunch of events out in Vegas this year. I'm going literally to 2 different mansion parties, which is going to be a new thing for me. The first one is the Mike Tyson mansion party. And the other one is going to be like somebody Cottonwood or something like that. He has a mansion out there too, which should be fun. There we go. I think we're in a good spot. There we go. Sorry about that. A little bit of waiting time here. So let me back up a little bit here. I'm going to move the music out of the way for now. I think the hip-hop music is good enough. Let's go back over. So we focused a little bit on 600 million and below, 500 million and below. I wonder what happens if we start to get down to... $350 million market cap and below. There could be some YOLOs in here that I want to focus on. KSM, Mina. SERP is one of the few that's actually up on the year too. It's already up 16% today too. Everything else is in the red. This thing has some legs on it. It's not necessarily outperforming a lot of stuff, but it's outperforming, you know. especially on the 7 days. Toshi still looks good in here. Everything for the most part is up over the last 7 days. Not everything is up for the last, year to date. Anybody heard of Alchemy Pay before? Take a sip of water here. Bridging the fiat and crypto global economies. Oh, fiat crypto purchases. Okay. I might buy some spot of this. Anytime they can actually have a partnership with Visa, MasterCard, they have an opportunity of going big down the road. BitGit, okay. BingX, LBank, BitStore, okay. And they have a full list of partners here as well, okay. Liquidity from top exchanges, okay. I mean, that seems good to me, yeah. I'm going to add this one onto the watch list here. 2025 bangers. There we are. And hey, Mo, happy to see you, man. Hope you're doing very, very well. We're just looking at some tokens right now and chilling out. If you guys have any questions on any technical analysis for a token, let me know. Right now, we're just waiting to see some of these bad boys pop. I'm hoping to see Bitcoin have a pop today. I know we got some time here. We can do this for a few more days, but preferably with the momentum we have, we should still keep on going higher now that the weekly charts have been locked in. So, well, wish me luck on some of these trades. We're probably going to do some trades tomorrow. Once I get into my new sponsor, I'll move some money in there tomorrow morning. Maybe it'll be about $2,000 to $3,000. We'll start off small, and then we'll do some leverage longs like we've been doing, and then we'll see how much money we can make off of that if we hold for a few weeks to a couple months. Because again, I do want to see. Oh, sorry about that. I do want to see. I do want to see Bitcoin continue to pop. Let me work over here. There you go. Sorry about that. Alright, so we got Alchemy Pathway. Anything else really up for the year? VThor. Some of you guys talked about this. I looked at this once and didn't like it. Has anything changed as far as you guys know? I just don't like this particular token as much. I want something a little bit better. Layer. We already have some layer, but I can add this to the watch list here. Let's see. Launch coin on Believe. Launch coin. This thing's still going up a little bit here. Must be viral or something. Launch coin on Believe. Up 97%. So let me go over here. This sucker has to be on another exchange, right? Yeah, Mexi or BitGit. Here's the 15-minute chart. Woo, that thing is floating right now. Clean breakouts every time. Momentum riding. Momentum. Oh, yeah, you like to see those momentum plays. Momentum at work right here. Yeah, it didn't break out properly. Okay. I'll add this on, but like, I think I need to look at it a little bit more in depth before I actually go buying it. Greatest available iOS. Oh, okay. Hold on. Playbook. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. I don't like the way this looks in theory, But while I have my phone out, might as well scan it and see. I don't know about this one. Linked, copyright, compatibility. I don't see any in-app purchases, which is nice. Alright. Data not linked to you. I'll keep an eye on this one. I actually have to look at it. Right now I'm like, eh. And I only see $10. The 34%, I don't know. I got to make sure this is good, but this is not the website I need. You know, I need to have like a formal website that explains everything going on here. I know it's a way to boost your own project, but they could probably use that information against you and snipe your own projects that you put on there, right? So, interesting way of looking at it, but it's popping off right now. Lower, okay, lower. Euro, no. Casper, maybe. Open, Eden, open dollar. Huh. That's a weird stablecoin name, but okay. Lower market caps. Alley right here. Maybe this one. Let me add this to the list so I can read about it very fast. Friends. Rehearsal? Is that what it says? Visualized AI Ailey. Is that how you pronounce it? A-I-L-E-Y? Ailey? Ailey? I feel like I'm in a dirty part of the crypto world. AI with the hearts. They want us to... So each holder can build an intimate relationship and a sense of camaraderie through various interactions with her. It is virtual AI celebrity initiative with endless applications in games, movies, and the metaverse. Ally lives in an exclusive virtual space known as Aliverse, which users can access to immerse themselves in her world. Adaptive reactions based on interactions. So it's like a sim. Maybe. Multi-layered paths. Okay. Fashion choices. Layer 1, layer 0, layer 2. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. See that I'm getting little alarm signals here. Uh, I'm getting alarm signals here. Yeah. Uh, do I think there's enough people in crypto that would absolutely go after this token? Yeah, I do. I'll probably buy some. I'm not gonna really do anything as far as I guess using in the metaverse world. But that's pretty funny. How many followers does it have on X? 17,000? Now it has 17,001. Yeah, I don't know. That this is why we go looking through tokens and stuff like that. That a lot of funky stuff can go on here. Yeah, there's just some funky stuff going on. Oh, man. And hey, Cruz, 100x short on Mog. Mog's interesting right now for sure. Hey, Metaverse, just want to thank you for helping get my pops on board with Bitcoin. What can I tell him? Help him understand how important DCA is over the long term after his initial buy. Normally, when it comes to me explaining dollar cost averaging, I'm typically just zooming out of the market, zooming out and kind of showing you buy the dips over time, and when it rallies up quite a bit, you just start securing your profits when you want to. When it's longer term, you go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? But he has plenty of time to worry about a lot of type of stuff. But typically, I just show him zoom out, your dollar cost average on a bad time for crypto. When it pops off, you make your money, you sell it, you spend it on whatever you want to, or you reinvest it. When you're older, you get to decide whether you want to reinvest or spend it. Most of us, at least my age of 30, we're supposed to be reinvesting it over and over and over again. Tomorrow's PPI, you should enter the trades tonight. Most likely for most people, yeah, they're gonna do the trades tonight. For me, maybe I will do it tonight. I'm gonna be doing 2 streams tonight. I've been trying to do 2 streams the last few nights actually, and each one has been failing miserably because there was an issue. Like last night, there was an issue with my stream quality. I forgot I had a new computer. I got to reset everything up. You know, the heck is going on here? See this? Even my sound is weird. Why this is something that's been broken for a while, but not on my computer from this website here. So I had to fix that. My bit rate was capped at like 2,500, and for the videos I send you, it needs to be capped at like 15,000. So I was not in the right spot there. And then of course, well, Loki went back outside. Thank God. He's lurking around for treats and stuff like that. Let's go back over here. And oh no, he came back inside when he heard treat. Let's see. UFO's coming up a little bit here, but not a lot. Mood Dang is still coming down after a massive gain over the last few days. And Bitcoin's trying to have a pop here. It's a slow pop, but it's trying to have a pop. It's a slow one, but it's trying. Yeah, we gotta give it some time here. Looks like a stranger Neo influencer token. I know, but see, that kind of reminds me of why I got into Turbo in the first place, because it was very, very simple. So maybe it'll be worth it, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll be worth it. This is the 1 hour. Death crosses haven't really mattered here that much, have they? Nope, they have not, at least between the 20 and the 50, so we'll probably see a big move coming into smaller to what Mo was talking about and how we're looking at that PPI data coming out. I guess I'm happy I already have some trades, but some of these trades have been coming down a little bit. Futures right now are down a little bit as well. You know, it's interesting that we're not really seeing them talk about the PPI data. We were just on CNBC, right? Yeah. Anything about inflation here? Amazon's laying off about 100 employees. That's better than Microsoft, what, like 6,000 employees? Let's see. Asia Pacific markets fall as investors assess U.S.-China trade developments. The Trump franchise expanding the Middle East. YouTube announces Gemini AI feature to target ads. Okay. Nothing. Yeah, they really just don't care right now, and I guess I understand it, but like, I think it's important what PPI is tomorrow, right? Alright, let me go back over here a little bit more. So you can download it, support. You can buy it on Steam. It's free. I don't have a VR headset. I do maybe upstairs, maybe one of my sister's old ones. Might be a Meta Quest 2 or something like that. I can't show you guys full screen of this because... See, that's some weird stuff. I can't do full screen, I can try. Basically, this is on my large monitor, so if I go full screen, it's like the full monitor, right? Yeah, that's a little too much. No, see, shouldn't be wearing that type of stuff into the office. See, I can't even show you guys any more of it. But yeah, so I'm assuming there's a crowd for this type of game here. As rudimentary as it looks, you could even shop for stuff. What can you shop for here? 6,000 rubies. What can you do with the rubies? Events. Friends referral event. Invite your friends using your referral code to unlock exclusive rewards together. Oh. Oh, yeah, it ends tomorrow. We're too late, unfortunately. A little weird. I figured out a good way to present the zooming out aspect of GC. I think we got a long upside to go before we have any kind of bear market, if we have one at all. Depends on what's happening right now, but I don't see many headwinds for us at this point, unless Trump does something out of the ordinary, which, again, he very may try to. He may try to. That's starting to look like a king fed. Maybe there's some kind of future and all that, but sketchy. That's what I'm saying. Like, but it's going. That's the type of stuff that can go viral. I'll probably buy $100 worth just to see where it goes, because again, it does have a good amount of momentum right now, a very good amount of momentum. Nobody. George Floyd, that was a while ago. Superman. What's that guy's name? Diddy trial. No. Let's see. This is one of Diddy's male escorts. We're probably gonna have to talk about this eventually. There's a bunch of stuff. Full video 50 minutes ago. Oh, damn. Okay. Nope. He's going in for a slap right there. YouTube would get pissed if I show that to you guys there. Yeah, damn, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. Let's see if there's any news out there for us today. I didn't get a chance to watch too much CNBC. CoreWeave, tariffs versus sub risk. Yeah, come on, CoreWeaves. I don't even really see much Bitcoin news here, to be honest. I'm looking at this right now. Robinhood competitor eToro set to go public. I might buy some of that after it settles for a little bit. But eToro is not an app I actually like to use. The UI just feels very off. Oh, we should watch this one here. Anything else? Let's see. Nope. Okay, there wasn't really too much news here. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right.
Some news from the marathon markup session for the GOP tax bill in Congress. Emily Wilkins joins us with the latest. Emily, what happened?
Hey, Becky. Well, now we can report that the Ways and Means Committee has approved the tax bill, meaning that the bill has cleared its first, but certainly not the last legislative hurdle. From here, the bill is going to be put with everything else in the Trump mega bill, and the goal is for the House to vote on this next week. Now, for that to happen, Speaker Mike Johnson still has to find a path to yes with a number of Republicans. We know there are about 6 of them from these high tax states who are uncomfortable with the current SALT cap that's in the bill. They want it higher than the 30,000 that's been proposed, but none of those 6 sat on the committee, and so you did see a party line vote with all the Republicans voting to advance the tax package going forward. Democrats, of course, voting against. In addition to everything that's going on with tax, other pieces of Trump's mega bill are coming together. That includes a piece of the package that would actually ban states from passing AI regulations for the next decade. This is is something that AI executives asked Congress for because they were facing a growing patchwork of state regulations and laws on AI. That was a different committee than the tax committee, but they did approve that portion of the Trump mega bill. So what's going to happen next? We'll see all these portions of the mega bill sewn together, and then the goal is to get them on the floor and get a vote next week before the House leaves for Memorial Day. And then, of course, it's on to the Senate, where we can expect more changes, more complications. Certainly, this is the first hurdle cleared, but many more to go.
That actually doesn't sound too bad, though. So it's not basically what I got from her is we're in the early stages of this bill. Things are somehow moving along when you think about how hard this is, because I think they're slashing parts of Medicaid away, which is pretty radical. If I do say so myself. So we might have this going being voted on next week, which means next week we have an opportunity for another catalyst to push Bitcoin up. Now, hopefully it passes, and I think it will pass, but this month should still have enough good news to keep Bitcoin breaking out over and over and over again. So I like that news here. Only a short video. I don't think we really have to watch too much long stuff today. Fast money traders discuss if equity markets rebound. No. A lot of new stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get out of the Diddy trial stuff. The Diddy trial, that's going to haunt you guys' memories. Josh Hart. Oh, that's a little bit weird from Jaylen Brown right there. That's a little bit of a weird crotch grab, yeah. Josh Hart was elbowed in the face. Oh my. Ooh. Jesus. All right. There we go. Let's see if Bitcoin can have a little bit of a breakout later on. Diddy's a full-blown psychopath? Oh, it seems like that for sure, and I probably would agree with you. Or actually, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. I can't partly agree. I know I agree with you. He's wild. From Trump and Elon's visit, it sounds like Qatar and Saudi Arabia are ready to embrace the digital economy. Could see a crypto news coming soon from that part of the world. See, that's the thing, though. The way I think Trump operates when it comes to his deals in the crypto space is that what he likes to do is do all this stuff in person while he's on his trips, and then quietly a few months later, all of a sudden, Dubai is fully embracing cryptocurrency. They're buying up loads of it. Meanwhile, Trump has already bought up a bunch of Bitcoin, a bunch of other digital assets, so they're already making their money from it, which I think is going to be a good sign for us because Trump came after we bought all of our stuff way back in the day, depending on how long you've been holding Bitcoin, of course. But now we're just going higher and higher, generally speaking, and I like that. And remember, we went up during Biden, we went up during Trump, we went up during Obama. We've been going up and up and up. If we have a consolidation every now and again, I don't care because generally speaking, we're still going higher and higher. That's primarily just for Bitcoin and a few other tokens. Heck, even Ethereum isn't going up as much as Bitcoin, which is kind of wild because let me see. Yeah, here's the monthly chart for you guys. And you guys can see we just are not an all-time high or even close. We're years from all-time highs, years. Solana, we made all-time highs with Solana. Ethereum wasn't able to do it. Dogecoin wasn't able to do it just yet. Trump token's too new. WIV token, this is back in 2024, not 2021. Let's go back over here very fast. All right, so Ethereum, XRP, large market cap, Solana, large market cap, BNB, large market cap, Dogecoin. Yeah, I mean, year to date, Forum, Monero, a little bit of Fartcoin. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll pay a little bit more attention to all that stuff, but Bitcoin has really been the one so far this year, the one, There you go. When we have altcoin season, then everything else becomes the one, but right now we're not in altcoin season. Although it feels kind of nice, doesn't it? Quick reminder that these rallies don't last forever, so lock in those profits while you can. Alright, let me pop this back open here. Let me turn on the desktop audio so I can put my music back on. I don't know if this music was even good, but we'll have to listen to it in a second. Maybe not hip-hop music. Meh. Maybe I'm just too picky with music that is like meant for streaming these days. Let me see. So, still got that going down here. Gold is going down a little bit as well here. Interesting. Gold may have topped out for the short term here. I stress short term here. There you are. Alright. And push that over. Okay. Sorry, just making sure I got everything set on my end here, because I did want to find out more tokens, but I also wanted to see if there was anything actually trying to bounce off today, and so far we're okay. So, let me... Yeah, I hate that I missed out on some of these crazy ones like Moonpig. Moonpig up 93%. Do I know anything about Moonpig? I do not, but it'd be fun to, you know, get on board with this one. Let's see. Sorry, double checking my stream quality. Ah, it's nice to have it back on, you know. There we are. Okay. Open your eyes in crypto. Getting ready to celebrate Bitcoin launch on Friday at all locations. Steak and Shake. Jim Cramer says, I can't believe some people on the internet think Bitcoin will go over 200,000 this year. It's not going to happen. It's just not. Didn't he say Bitcoin was going down to 50,000 bucks? I think he saved us at that point in time, actually. Let's see. Follow him back. Bitcoin is money. If it ends up being a store of value and nothing more, it fails to be relevant in people's daily lives. Bitcoin must be used for payments to stay relevant. It'll be used for payments, but I think that's a very slow process, because that's more of a direct competition with the dollar itself, which would make the government just a little bit more woo, you know. But I mean, wouldn't it be awesome to trade in gold like we did back in the day, if there was that much gold out there for us to do it? Da Vinci Jeremy says, betting against Bitcoin is like betting against the internet in 1999. Chinese money supply, wow. Yeah, whenever China adopts Bitcoin, oh, that'll be the time. That'll be the time. Let's see. It's never gonna change. Yeah, we bought the dip. It was scary to buy the dip, though. Not gonna lie, it was very scary to buy it, like at 80,000 bucks, because we might be at 50,000 bucks if the tariffs were still going on at this moment in time. That's how crazy those tariffs were, because they came, like, nobody was aware of how much he was going to be adding on everybody, all at the same time. Let's see. Every time a new loan is created, the money is created out of thin air. Maybe he's talking about government money. Let's see. $247,000 of Bitcoin dumped by individuals in 2025. Oh no, 247,000 Bitcoin dumped by individuals. Okay. The rich and the wealthy, businesses, funds, other governments. Yeah. It usually does happen like that, unfortunately, but if you have a long-term horizon, Bitcoin volatility doesn't matter to you. Just think of Bitcoin being Ethereum. That's why I should probably tell most people. Think of Bitcoin being just like Ethereum. Not Ethereum, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is what I meant to say. You know, give it some time. It'll make you some money. It's working there. It's profitable. They have people working there. You know, you're fine. You don't have to worry about capital gains tax if you don't sell your Bitcoin for fiat. Arizona enacts new law to secure unclaimed digital assets and establish Bitcoin reserve fund. Oh, no, that's ready for this year. Let's see. Yeah, Coinbase CEO. You know what? I don't think we've seen as many Coinbase explosions this time around like we saw last time, you know? Last few cycles, Coinbase really got overwhelmed and just like crashed and burned. We haven't really been seeing that as much, but maybe because we're not having as many high, crazy moments. If we get a few more alt season runs like we just had a few days ago, you might see a lot of these tokens start to explode, but Coinbase unfortunately crashed a little bit more. There we are. If Jim Cramer said it, it definitely is. Yeah, right? Yeah. But First Digital, yeah, okay. Walrus, that's fine. Yeah, I might have to test some stuff out. I do really want to buy some tokens, but I'm going to wait a little bit for me to get this new account set up so I can start moving some of this cash over there. Let's see. Buying a home. Yeah, I could buy a house with the amount of Bitcoin I have right now. That is something you don't see every day. Bitcoin 4-year cycle is over. No one is stupid enough to sell the Bitcoin for 90% discount anymore. She would be wrong about that topic to a degree, because there's a lot of people that panic and sell. There's a lot of people that do that, and I don't think that people... This is just a new investor type of thing. New traders, new investors, they tend to panic much more than experienced ones. So I don't think it's like people are stupid enough to sell a Bitcoin at crazy levels, right? Or bad losses. But not everybody is looking for Bitcoin at all time. Not everybody's looking for Bitcoin at. Not everybody's looking to hold Bitcoin for a long period of time. They're all looking for stuff, a short amount of time. Sorry. That's scary, whatever that was. Welcome to Bitcoin Party. It's supposed to be a B, but the first one failed. You can see right there. There you go. Second one did a little bit better. That first one you can see right there. That is burnt up. Bitcoin measured against the S&P, reclaiming both 2021 highs and range lows as it broke differently this year. That's fine. Entire ledger, okay. The U.S. will buy 1 million Bitcoin. You're not bullish enough. We buy Bitcoin because the number goes up. We buy Bitcoin to diversify our portfolios, and we buy Bitcoin to make the world a better place. I guess I like all three of them. I think that, is that me? I think that is. I don't think you can put me into a single box there. Scientists at CERN Large Hadron Collider have successfully transformed lead into gold atoms, achieving an ancient alchemist dream through modern physics. Interesting. See, I heard this, but I didn't think it was real. Bitcoin tracking 2017. If history repeats, this is when we go parabolic. Well, it hasn't really peaked yet, but we got time here. We got time. We got plenty of time. Plus, the 2017 rally is a crazy rally to compare this to. He's comparing it to this rally and not this rally. This rally was insane. This rally we're seeing right now is still good. We're still in the middle of this rally, I would expect. 200,000 bucks is right here. My price target was like 150,000 bucks. Let's see if we can get anywhere close to either of those. I'm hoping I'm wrong and it goes up to 200,000. That'd make me a very happy camper. Book of Meme is up a little bit today too. Not as much as it was, but I'll take it because I have a position open in it with it. Let me see. No. We're in a nice calm spot right now then. Let's take it. I really just want to see Bitcoin have this nice pop, though. Alright. If any of you guys have a token you want me to talk about, let me know. I know we've been streaming for about an hour or so, but I gotta have a reason to put this cigar down. This is a Pedro 1926. I think this was a Churchill size or something like that. Very good stick, but in fact, let me see. Bitcoin Vegas. I want to see if they've updated anything. So there's a lot of Republican influence right here. I can see. I don't know who that guy is, but he's young, so I hope to see him on stage. JD Vance, Eric. Is that Eric Trump right here? And this is another Trump. Don Jr. I think this is, yeah, Don Jr. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. That's Michael Saylor. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. And that's Senator Loomis. Okay. 30K Bitcoiners, 400 speakers, 14 trillion plus assets managed at Bitcoin 2025. Oh, that's Ross Albright? Which one? Okay, okay. Let's see. Michael Saylor. Vlad, Bohans, David Sachs. Oh, that's David Sachs? Damn, David Sachs looks kind of funked up in this one. I guess I'm just not used to black. I'm not colorblind, apparently. I like to see the pinks and the whites and the blacks of people's skin. Jack Mahler's. Oh, that's why I've seen him in. Yeah. Chun Wang, astronaut. Peter Schiff. Oh, what's Peter Schiff going to be doing there? Peter Schiff. Winklevoss twins. Maelstrom. Oh, Don Trump Jr. Yeah, there's going to be some money floating around here. David Bailey, okay. Bill Hagerty. Oh, damn, there's going to be some security this year. Well, I guess there was security last year during Trump's visit because he had just had his ear shot, so. Maybe I need to get one of those backgrounds like this where I turn myself into completely AI cyberpunkish. But it looks like only a few people have that type of background. I'll probably meet a lot of these people, but I'll have no idea who they are when I meet them. Oh, Ben Cohen. I know him. Yeah, I know him. I've talked to him plenty of times. Although not recently. Jeez. I haven't been going to any of these events like I should have been going. I'm going to this one and I'm going to Rare Evo. Rare Evo. So this one is Bitcoin 2025. It's on the 27th. Oh, it's hidden. It's hidden behind all the fabulous faces. The 27th through the 30th, I believe. Fact, student pass, program. Agenda, maybe? Yeah, the 27th through the 29th. Sorry, 27th through the 29th. And then, Rare Evo is the 6th of August through the 10th of August. And that one's in Vegas as well. So I'll be going to this one too. I like how everything's timing up to be in Vegas because it's a cheap little trip. Oh, Michael Turpin will be there. This guy's great. If you guys ever get a chance to meet him in person, he's just a very knowledgeable guy. Austin, or Altcoin Daily. Arnold, yeah. Oh, let's see. AJ, yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. But King Apollo, I don't see many black people in crypto. Temu version of a journalist. I like that. 5,000 followers. Dog Hype. Oh, he does the karate combat fights and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, he's not talking about crypto though. So he's part of Karate Combat. Okay. Does he have a YouTube channel? No. Okay, so he's not a Web3 guy like I'm a Web3 guy. Okay. Yeah, Karate Combat. Okay, that makes sense. Damn, I was hoping. But, here's YouTube. This is a YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, only 400 subscribers. Okay. Alright. Every time I see a black guy, I get hopeful. And then I get let down. Any other black people on this list? No. That's more Indian. Oh, here we go. 2 black women. Okay. Not many influencers, though. Yeah, it is hard being a black influencer. Okay, I can understand that from at least the testing I've done back in the past. But if you grind enough, you can do it. If you grind enough. How do I not know Jack Miller? I don't see people on TV and stuff like that. I listen to people. And it's just a bad, I guess, not a bad habit, because I like the habit, actually. But I usually don't see people unless I'm watching them on YouTube. And most of the time, I'm not watching them on YouTube. What's the best way to explain it, I would suppose? Think of it more like in podcast format. I pay for YouTube Premium, so when I'm driving or something like that, I'm just listening. And they'll say, there's Jack, yeah, whatever. But I'm usually just listening. I'm not paying attention to what anybody looks like. I don't have time to necessarily do that. I have that TV running. Loki watches that TV more than me, because every time I go out, I put on squirrels and cat TV, so it's like squirrels jumping up and around and stuff like that. Loki enjoys it. But what do you call? Yeah, I typically don't watch interviews of people like that. Even when I watch Benjamin Cohen's videos, me and him, we talked a few times. I'll be going to his party in Vegas here. It'll be a really nice one. He throws great parties, and even better than that, he's just an amazing host. And he also likes cigars, which is just a great little thing to be. I vibe with people that smoke cigars. I don't even watch his videos of the way, because I kind of understand what he's talking about, because I've watched so many of his videos in the past. I just prefer to, just listen, not watch. Same thing about that, guy? Who's that one guy that's always in the Bitcoin events? He's not on the front page this time, but he's like so-and-so his name, but he's the fourth generation. You'll see a fourth here somewhere. Fourth. Jim Justice, U.S. Senator for West Virginia. Let's see. Eric Trump, Fred Thiel, Tom Emmer. The fourth. May the fourth be with you. Maybe he's not going this year. We just watched a YouTube video of him the other day. Let's see. Here we go. Hold on. Speakers Bitcoin 2024. This is from last year. Bill Miller the Fourth. There we go. Bill Miller the Fourth. This guy. I had no idea who he was, even though I listened to him like 1,000 times. He was just on CNBC the other day. We were talking about it. I like how it's a completely different website, though. Like, 2024 was all about politics, because the lobbyists were like all looking for a place to meet, and they were like, why don't we do it in Nashville during this big old Bitcoin conference? So you saw a bunch of people there who like, why are all these politicians here? Like, remember, Donald Trump came last year. That's insane. And he didn't cancel despite being shot in the ear. Did not cancel the event or his speech, right? And I've been posting a lot of stuff from Bitcoin Magazine over the last few days. If I can poke it over here very fast. Can I find it? Can I find it? Shorts. Yeah. Yeah, I still have a lot of stuff I haven't posted yet, but there's a lot of stuff that I've been posting around the Bitcoin conference that's been really good. Trump talking, RFK talking about Bitcoin, things like that. The views have been okay from these, I believe. I'm still not making any money because I'm not monetized, but there's a lot of videos coming from the short form content, and I guess the stream right now and the 24-hour stream. Let me see. Tell me you're good. Yeah, I need to start making some cigar content for you guys. I really want to make it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I need to, I need to up my video production, all that type of stuff. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm almost done learning a tutorial for how to use DaVinci Resolve. So I think tomorrow I'm going to have a video coming out for you guys where it's all a bunch of like properly edited stuff. And it's going to be like a mix of altcoin daily, what I like, Andrew Jack, but like the graphics won't be nearly as like top notch because I'm not there yet. But if I keep on making it one a day, I think I'll be there. But the video is only going to be like 5 minutes, and then once I figure out my workflow, maybe they'll increase to 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. But I don't want to spend more than like an hour and a half per video. And right now, just the recording would take me an hour because I suck at recording content. So I might not even have my face in there for the most part. It'll be a simple over and over again type of thing. That way I can do that, plus some tutorials for you guys too. And hits Remy, no limit. See you at Bitcoin 2012. He's going to be there this year. Oh, he is? 2 mammies. Let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. What do you call I just don't know. Yeah, the conferences were very, very good back in the day. I mean, but those were back in the Miami days, right? Bitcoin Nashville was fun, but what you see happening a lot is... there were so many events around here, and all the events were like not necessarily as close to the event hall as you would expect. Like Benjamin's party, I think, was a close one. Benjamin had a party at the Nashville Westin Hotel. Yeah, that's like right across, like right. So his was really close. That was a nice one. I wish I could show you guys. His party was on the rooftop with the pool and everything. Great host, great host. But for Vegas this year, all the events for the most part are mostly on the strip. There's a party, 2 parties I got invited to that are off the strip, I think. The first one is over at Mike Tyson's house, his mansion somewhere. There's an area of Vegas that has really nice houses off a road, but I forget because I'm not a Vegas local. I don't know how to navigate these streets. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. We're not even in the same area. We're somehow freaking in the south all of a sudden. Well, there's Mike Tyson's houses somewhere over here. X out there. Well, there's a thing over here, and I also got invited to some party. Let me see, Luma. If any of you guys are going to Bitcoin Vegas, get Luma and then find out some of the apps and stuff like that. Because I'm pending for a bunch of events, and some of the things I've been approved of, they typically will approve you like I think about like 2 days before the event, like the expo actually starts. There's a pizza party. Which one is it? Happy hours, yes. Yeah, sunset cocktails. So this one is Mike Tyson's private balcony at the iconic Tiger Mansion. This one is thrown by Trio Events. Let's get orange. A little bit more of an exclusive event, but I know. Profile complete, yes. It doesn't give me the address here. It just says Las Vegas, right? Yeah, it just says Vegas. Ah, shucks. Well, there's another one here. The Trios Night at Tiger. That's another one. This is happening at the same exact time, I think, too. Not, yeah, this one's from like 7 to 2 a.m. This one's from like 9 to 2 a.m., which is weird. Why am I going to this one and not this one? I don't know. Wizards in Vegas. Yeah, here's something I'm going to. This is at the Copperfield Mansion. Copperfield Mansion, okay. There's no location for this one either. What? Check this out. Oh, okay, maybe I'm not gonna do that. Copperfield Mansion. Oh, is that it right here? Is this it? Just the mansion? I can't tell. Yeah, that could be it. Right here. Nice little house in the middle of nowhere. Well, not middle of nowhere. Vegas is over here. Copperfield Mansion's all the way fucking over there. Damn it. It's always these far away places. Architectural Digest. Yeah. So, it'll be a fun time. It'll be a really, really good time. I don't think they have many other photos of it, I guess. Oh, I'm not a subscriber. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. So I'll be there mingling, having a good time, making content and stuff like that. Same thing when I go to Rare Evo. I need to get my Rare Evo link out in case any of you guys want to do that and pay for that. You can not give me a kickback, I guess, but just, you know, gets me into some of those events. Am I going to the official Bitcoin after party Wednesday and Thursday? Probably, unless I have something I am supposed to do. Usually with those events, I'm supposed to be somewhere like side party-ish. So what'll probably happen is I will be there for a hot minute and then probably skedaddle for the nicer, elegant party. I'm bougie, you know, I'm getting to the bougie parties. But I will be, what I should be doing is, what should I be doing there? Yeah, probably just for a few minutes and I'll leave. Maybe half an hour or something like that. I gotta hang out with the Tron guys. I haven't seen them for a while either. I'll probably spend some time midday smoking cigars at Tap and Ash, which is Tap and Ash is right by the Strat. I like going there quite a bit. This time though, I'm staying at Treasure Island because the expo's the Venetian, so I can just walk across without paying those Venetian prices. The Strat. Halton Club Vacations. Yeah, here's the Strat, and we talked about this the other day. It was really close. Tap and Ash. Oh, see, I was on top of it. Just didn't see. Yeah, right here, Tap and Ash. So, if anybody wants to hang out, I'll make a cigar time where we can go here. I would do this place over other places because this place actually has cheaper cigars. So you can buy a cigar for like 15 to 20 bucks for the cheaper ones. You know, me and CT went over here to Resorts World 8, and they have a lounge right out here. But those cigars, like my $20 cigars I buy here, because it's Vegas, the same cigar there was like 50, 55 bucks before tax. Wild prices. One of my favorite spots. They will rip you off, so I don't want you guys to be ripped off. So I was like, yeah, Tap and Ash seems like a better place to go. Do they have latest? There we go, latest. They have lighters that are hooked down to every table. It's really nice. Yeah, TVs to chill at. Great spot. Bought 50 bucks in fart. Hey, I still have my 10 bucks in Buttcoin, but that's down to like $6 right now, so it's not performing that well. But if it has 100% jump, I'm back in the money. So I'm gonna give that sucker some time. But chances are I'll be at the official Bitcoin after party. They just gave me my pass today, I believe, so let me check my email without you guys looking at it because I don't want to share my, QR code. True events approved. Valor, no. Because I just signed up for my events today. No, that means it's in my business account, which I guess that makes more sense because it's a business account. Systems. Videos. I don't remember where I found it then. It's not in this one. Unless I put it into a saved all mail. Invitation for a call tomorrow. DNA house. I had it somewhere. I hope I didn't lose it. Damn it. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I just crossed over it. Yeah. So I got my press pass coming up, which is nice. So I'll get a nice little press pass. Let's see. And hey, Beal, happy to see you. Right now, Bitcoin's still consolidating. We got PPI coming out tomorrow. That should be another catalyst for us. We have news coming out next week, which should be good as well here about the tax bill. But right now, as I'm watching all this, I'm still doing baby scale outs at this point because I've already done enough scaling out, because I've been telling you guys to scale out for like a week or so. Excuse me. Yeah, even a couple weeks for Bitcoin. Yeah, but just staying patient with it, being very, very patient with it. There's not really much happening today. There wasn't really much of a catalyst happening today. All the news was really around Donald Trump and what's going on, overseas. Yeah, Remy, I'll meet you there. We can have a whole day out. What do you call? I'll make a post one of the days on my YouTube channel, and I'll make a video about it. If anybody's in Vegas, let's go. We're gonna have a good time here. I ain't splucking butts. No. I know. Consulting just explained it, but yeah, I just got cigars. This is a Padron. It would be. Padron 1926. And it would be. That one would be a Maduro. I think it's number 47 Maduro. No. Maduro. Yeah, one of these. Although a little bit larger, but still same type of thing. They're really good. They're full-bodied, fantastic. Can't highly recommend them enough. They just go for like 25 to 30 bucks, which is my issue with them. Normally when I get a nice cigar, I get those. I've been getting Davidoffs as of late, but Padrones are really good cigars. Don't get me wrong. But what I've been having is Davidoff cigars. These bad boys are amazing. I just bought one of these for my friend, actually. Year of the Dragon, no. I would know. Well, I had one of these, the signatures. I don't think they have photos. Oh, yeah, I had one of these. These were good. But, yeah, they're great. But my favorite one I've been smoking right now are just the Davidoff late hours. They cost like 30 bucks a pop, but they're really good. I gotta pay taxes for them though, that sucks. So, pack of 4, back ordered. Yeah, they're all back ordered for the most part. Churchill, yeah, they're back ordered. The Robusto, out of stock, pack of 4, 103 bucks, yeah. Goddamn taxes, making me pay more than I should. Yeah, but they're good, they're really good. I even got some real nice quality sticks. I'll have to show them to you guys sometime in a video. I have one in my case. That's the blue one. I think it's like Blue Royal. Yeah, this one. Good. They just happen to be 150 bucks a pop, which is like, no, thank you. But I guess thank you because I did buy one actually. Yeah. If you guys are looking to go to Bitcoin Vegas, the price is increased in 2 days. If you guys want to sign up using my link, it helps me out a little bit. I think I get like a 5% kickback for it. So if you guys want to support, feel free. If not, no worries. 200 million in Boeing. Let's see, 200 billion. I think it was 200 million. No. Let me double check. It was just on CNBC. We can verify. You're making me double think. Boeing. No. Okay, go to into plans. Yes, so they also did an agreement with GE Aerospace for more than 400 engines to power the Boeing planes. Oh, interesting. So they went to Booth. The White House earlier Wednesday revalued the plane deal at $96 billion and said it will support 154,000 U.S. jobs annually and more than 1 million domestic jobs in total. Boeing and Qatar Airways, however, said the deal will result in roughly 400,000 jobs in the United States. That's a lot. I mean, that's more than the White House. The White House downplayed it then. Let's see. Did not say how much. Apparently you don't got news for me. Let's see. Nope. $96 billion order. But it's getting spread out across two companies. So the order is part of a broader effort by Trump to boost American manufacturing with investments from allies such as Qatar, according to the White House. Trump also announced several other deals with countries, including with Raytheon and General Atomics, amounting to more than $243.5 billion in total. Damn, so he's just fucking he's pimping our manufacturing out. Saying, hey man, you like us? You pay us. So like, Trump is like a mafia boss shaken down for union work. That's basically what's happening. But again, it's working for him right now. As somebody who knows a lot of Boeing employees because of, you know, where I live. You know, there we go. Seattle's right here. Everett, where all the planes are made. I mean, they have Boeing Field, which is down here. Boeing Field right here, King County. So like when the president flies into town, they fly in here. They don't fly into our domestic airport. This is also where they test the planes and everything. You go up north a little bit to Everett. If I zoom out a little bit, there it is. Way up here, you got all the Boeing facilities, which happen to be right over here. I mean, look at, they got planes just chilling in the parking lots over here. Massive lines here. I think the way to interpret this is you can fit like 12 to 13 Empire State Buildings inside of this one building right there. Like, not the extras, just that little block. No, that should be this block, yeah. 12 to 13 Empire State Buildings. So if you go in here, look at the photos and stuff. This place is... I was going to say this is the photo, but you got to zoom in here a little bit. No, okay, that's not going to work out. Let's open this in a new tab. Can we do that? No? Really? Open link in new tab. Nope, I guess not. Yeah, there's a photo again. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. There's a lot of stuff going on. There we go. Like, it's full-on assembly plant type of stuff going on in here. It's crazy effective, though. They're really good at their jobs. I think they have some stuff over here in Atlanta or like South Carolina or something like that. But the workers aren't union, I think, so they're a little bit cheaper. Seattle is planes. Had no idea. Facility massive. Check out those jets. Side article said billion. That's more than $1 billion per jet. Well, let me see. Boeing deal. So Boeing secured an agreement to sell Qatar Airways up to 210 aircraft. Qatar Airways also signed an agreement with GE Aerospace for more than 400 engines to power the Boeing planes. So it includes 130 of Boeing's 787 Dreamliners and 30 of its much delayed 777-9s, with the options of up to 50 more planes, the company said in a press release. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really go too much into the deals. Oh, the second plane isn't even certified by the FAA just yet, so that'll take some time. Largest order of jets in the history. Yeah, Trump is pimping out our manufacturing. I'm okay with that right now. I'm definitely okay with that. Random YouTube title. Oh yeah, that's going to be it for a minute though. Boeing is in such a crisis mode right now. It's going to take a few years for them to get fixed back up. They've been going through these problems for years. And again, my great-grandparents worked for Boeing. My grandparents worked for Boeing. My grandmother's old exes worked for Boeing. My mom worked for Boeing. My stepdad worked for Boeing. My dad worked for Boeing. My uncle worked for Boeing. Like, my whole family's worked for Boeing except for me. Because you know what? They weren't paying as well as they should have. And I don't want tokenized Bitcoin. I just want regular Bitcoin. There we go. This is the weekly chart. The highest it got to was back in 2019. When it's had these down times, I've still bought up. And I still own some Bitcoin, you know. But I haven't really felt the need to buy more of it, you know. Right now I'm in profit by a little bit. Like my average is like way down here, like 130s. It got, you know, I was at a loss for a point that went back up. Maybe I should have sold by now, but I'm hoping this will be something for a long-term play. But Boeing is just, it's not so much of a technical catastrophe, it's more of a fundamental catastrophe, right? You go read some of those E10 reports and some of those reports out there, they're just not as good. Planes are very expensive. Let's see. More expensive, the tool came out with a major AI nursery program using it. Oh, so Bitcoin, there you go, yeah. What about Bitcoin? We were just looking at Bitcoin a little bit ago. In fact, Bitcoin is dipping a little bit since we last checked. A little bit of a dip over the last couple hours. You've seen a lot of altcoins take that same dip as well. Again, nothing to be concerned about, I would see right now. Everybody's just waiting for the CPI data coming out tomorrow, or the not CPI, PPI data coming out tomorrow. Yeah, look at that. Let's see. The last hour. Yeah, the last hour, nothing's really gone up except for maybe whiff. On the top 100. On the top 200. Nero is up. Ordi is up. All-time high is up. And that's basically it. Everything is actually really unch right now, which is kind of a shocker here. A few things down a little bit, but again, they're up like 100% over the week. Yeah, that's okay. There we go. Sats is up. Waves is up. Faye is up. What is Faye? 17%. X. $27,000 followers. That Cyberpunk Vi. So Faye AI. Chat with the twin. Your personalized AI twin who remembers your conversations and grows with you. Interesting. So it's like this is the exact chat GPT layout, excuse me. One of these days, we're just going to have to go in and play with these AIs here just to kind of get a sense of if they're good or they're bad. You know, if they're built off of chat GPT, they should be good, but I just don't know what I could really use them for, you know what I mean? And like, 'cause they don't really have all the same, I want to say mods, but mods isn't the right word. You know, they don't have all the extra freebies that you get with the plain chat GPT. AI twin is creepy? Exactly. Very, very creepy. But you should have saw the one we had earlier. The one we had earlier, I forget what it was called, but it was sketchy. Watch list. Ale. This one was really interesting. So it's another AI, but I mean, they had a video on Steam and it was showing some like touching of the secretary's leg and stuff. So this is supposed to be an AI secretary, but there's a little bit of a kink, as one of you guys put, a little bit of a kink way of this happening here. So just very, very weird. But people are doing it, and this token is market cap of what, $187 million market cap. That's very small. So I could YOLO that for in a heartbeat. And the one we were just talking about just now about the Faye, that one's only at 194 million market cap. And in the last few hours, you know, of course it's jumped up quite a bit, but you know, it was at $150 million market cap. Now it's at 200 million basically. You know, these things can move very, very fast. Right now, I would say most of you guys are just going to be hopping into some of these random ones at 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 bucks, 200 bucks and seeing where that takes you. Loki. Let's see. Oh, I think he ran back outside before I could actually give him a treat. Oh, well. Oh, he heard the word treat and he came flying over. Oh my gosh, look at you being a good boy. Yeah. Oh, let me move you over here so I can see you. Can you sit? Thank you. You can kind of see him. All right, good boy. Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a hit right now, guys, in the 5. Again, not really too much, but it is taking that hit right now. You may see some scalpers blending. What's the point of increasing the market cap? Does that screw the prices? No, so there's different ways to launch a token, and meme coiners do it a specific way for the most part. Depends on how much money they're really trying to make. So the way I look at tokens is I want to see a low market cap because I know it can go from 0.000 something to like make you a lot of money, right? Because you're buying in early. You're basically just buying in early. The issue is, and why I prefer those lower cost ones that, for instance, Fair price 0.02, people always want to see a token hit a specific milestone. So some people want to see it hit a penny. Some people want to see it hit 50 cents or $1 or $10, you know, things like that. And that's one of the reasons I bought Dogecoin back in the day, because I bought it for 0.0024 cents, 0.0024. I was hoping it might hit a penny if I was lucky, and then maybe 10 cents, 20 cents if I got really lucky. It blew up so fast that, of course, I ended up selling my first big tranche of Dogecoin at 50 cents, right? And, of course, it managed to go up to 70 cents, a little bit higher. Then it fell down, you know, burned and crashed, you know, all history now. But people have that feeling that I want this to be that number, right? So if we go back over here a little bit again, let me go over to my bangers list again. This is at 54 cents. People are going to want to see this hit $1, and they're probably going to want to see it hit like $10, which is going to be possible for a token like this. Think of Fetch AI back in the day. Let's just go to the weekly chart to make it easier on my eyes and your eyes. You know, at the worst, there's 0.008, opened up all the way over here at 47 cents, but, you know, way back over here, people want to see it get to those special levels. A dollar was right up here, you know, and it started to spike as we got closer and closer to me. But yeah, I typically am looking for those smaller tokens because a lot of people don't buy off of market cap, which they should be buying off of market cap. They're usually buying off of just how many tokens they can buy, because if you buy a token and you are able to buy 1 million of those tokens for 0.0000 something, right? If those million tokens, if one token ends up being worth $1, then you've made $1 million. You have $1 million, right? So that's how people's minds typically go. So they usually focus on that price more than they are the market cap. I think most of you guys should be in the market cap spot, which is why when we do our filters, we're like, okay, let's find something under $500 million market cap and then hit apply, and then we're good. What they used to have here that they don't, which ticks me off, is they used to have price of the token. So I would have it be, I'm looking for a token under $500 million market cap, and I'm also looking for a token that happens to be under a penny. I think for that, now we have to go to maybe CoinGecko. Maybe that has it now. But I haven't spent much time looking through the filters. Portfolio search. By market cap, categories, chains, highlights, altcoins. And let's go... 1 billion to 10 billion, less than 10 billion, all less than, I want less than 100 million to a billion, I guess. Price. See, I want it to be 0.01 and less, but let's go to here, this one right here. And let's just go to search. Thought it froze for a second. There we go. So you got BitTorrent, eCash, Ape NFT, Mog, right? All these are just juicy things that I think can have really good pops. And I mean, look at them, right? Last 7 days, a lot of these have really good moves. The last 30 days, all really good moves. You just have to time it a little bit. So you're not going to be looking at 121% profit if you got a Mog. You might be looking at something like 50% profit. Or if you go to leverage, it can be something a lot more, right? So our trade, we were talking about Book of Meme, that one's up 547%, but that's with a 10x leverage. So it's basically just up around 50%, which is crazy, right? Crazy gains. But with the leverage, it does pop you off a little bit more, like, you know, you can tell, obviously, I didn't buy at the bottom. Let's go to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, it looks like I got pretty close to the bottom, actually, so, you know. But let me go over here to momentum shifted over. Momentum was already fine over here, just getting a little bit of divergence off of it. So things were looking okay. You saw Bitcoin rolling over, so you can kind of apply some money into those situations. Back up that right here. There we go. Sometimes you do get a little bit lucky like that. But I got a new sponsor coming out tomorrow, and I'm gonna start doing some trades on their exchange, some swing trades with you guys. And then we're going to kind of follow them together and see how they go. And I've worked out a good deal with them as far as getting you guys nice, like cheap fees, basically. But the one I got with, I negotiate with Lewis. Let me see if I can find the deal here. Because I'm not getting monthly payments or anything like that. Although I wish, you know. There we go. So I got you guys VIP level 5, which means instead of paying 0.004% for your fees, you're only paying 0.003% for your fees. Maybe I can show this to you. Open image in your tab. Again, I'll explain more tomorrow, but instead of paying the VIP 0, which means you haven't traded anything, right? You're going from 0.004 and 0.06, excuse me, 0.04 and 0.06 to 0.03 and 0.06, right? So should be nice and simple. And as long as you guys sign up in the first month, you guys get this for the rest of your lives, so which is really nice. But tokens like this are what I'm pretty much looking for here, and you can see how maybe today they're not doing as hot. That's fine, you know, they're not going to be good every day, but look at the last 30 days, look at the last 7 days. Oh boy, I want to have a nice juicy amount of profit. There we are. So we might have to use this a little bit more here. There we go. My eyes, your eyes, our eyes. And that's down to 100 million. Yeah, that's all we're looking for right here. There are a lot more tokens here, but they're not in the price range that we're looking for, like the actual price of the token. So let me see if I go over here and I do a penny, $1 to a penny. You also have these if you want to go down this path as well, more off of market cap and not so much off of money. Again, they're all still making you money right now. They're all still bringing in lots and lots of profit. Brett's up 108% over the last 30 days. Pudgy's up 194. Move is down 25. Starknet is up 46. All-time high is up 88%. So this is all stuff that should be on your watch list. Excuse me, as far as I'm concerned. And hey, Jamrock, happy to see you, man. Mad tokens. These are definitely tokens where the crazy people have to invest. Because remember, most of us are going to be in Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, you know, some of those larger tokens, XRP, Litecoin maybe, you know, that type of stuff. But if you want some of those, whoa, altcoin season, big movers, this is what you guys are looking for right now. I just wish they had a category that was from a dollar to point, you know, all the way to like 0 basically. That would show all the coins I want to. But I think this gives you a pretty accurate reason of why I'm hopping into these tokens. If you go over here to $10 billion plus, you know, you got Dogecoin, ADA, Tron. I have all of these except for USDC. Well, I guess I got some USDC, but I don't really use it too much. You know, Dogecoin. These are all tokens we already have. You know, you go over here to all prices. You know, it takes you back to the original top ones here. All right, top 16 are over $1 billion market cap. Let's see. Excuse me, over $10 billion market cap. These ones have still been relatively good here. Ethereum's up 60% in the last 30 days. You know, still pretty good. And we're not even in altcoin season, like I said. And Sui, you know, one of you guys was talking about that a few minutes ago, up 76%. We're still fine. Let's see. 190, yeah. So far, things have been, I would say, is good, not great. Oh, no, they've been fantastic. What am I talking about? They've been fantastic. I'm hoping for more fantastic gains down the road, though. And saying to the membrane, I need to give my Doge, want it? If you don't want your Doge, I'll take it. We'll be talking about it for a long time here. One of the things my friend said I should have been doing at the very beginning is asking for Doge tips, Doge donations or something, back when I was doing like 2021 times. But I never wanted to do that. I was like, yeah, you guys have enough Doge. I definitely had enough Doge back in the day when it was valued at 50 cents, $1. Ooh, no, sorry, 70 cents. Ooh, I felt powerful. I felt powerful back in the day. But I sold, right? I sold. Because then I would have ended up like Dogecoin millionaire. Alright. He hasn't posted in 3 months for a video. Only has one short. And he streamed 1 year ago. He's still doing fine as far as money, I'm sure. Oh, his website's not even working anymore. Maybe not. Okay, he hasn't updated anything. He must still be doing okay on Twitter, I would assume. Can I follow him on X from here? No. There we go. Yeah, much more followers here. Let's see, Andrew Tate. Yeah, he's just retweeting. He's not even tweeting. Oh, there he is. Okay, sorry. Forget that was his logo. Yeah, making money apparently. I don't know if he's being honest about it, but he's, you know, I trust the guy. Let's see. His Twitter looks more professional than his YouTube. But I mean, YouTube is all about clicks and stuff like that, so it's a little bit different. The story of Diamond Hands. There you go. Doja Nation? Yeah, see, right? There's a name for it. And hey, Knox, happy to see you, man. California palms are nice this time of year. I'm not. See, what do you call them in Washington? It's fucking cold right now. It's cloudy. It's cold. It was sunny a little bit ago, but now it's not doing so hot as far as the weather's concerned. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got rid of my X subscription. I did not see any benefit of paying for X. There was none I could find. I got no more impressions than normal, no new views, no new followers, no nothing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you guys once a day, like I should have been doing in the first place. Hey, if you guys want to support, go follow me on X. I need to get more followers on Twitter for my like influencer business, if you will. But let's see. I just haven't been, you know, talking about X that much as far as like follow me on X. I'm like, eh. Yeah. Alright, nothing new here. Crypto Megan, just like here, Crypto Banter. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I don't pay. I need it when I had nothing going on. Yeah, exactly, right? California Redwoods are the new lacrosse team. They play out of the West Coast once a year with the rest of the league. Oh, interesting. Hmm. And hey, Brandon, where's Secret Fishman? I don't know. Around last November, maybe December, went dark. I haven't heard of him for a minute. Heard from him in a minute. So yeah, I have no idea where the guy's been at all. I mean, he can't even donate to my stream anymore if he wanted to, because remember, YouTube demonetized my account and they still won't tell me why. So because I don't know why, I can't get it fixed. So right now, the way I'm doing all of my stuff is I'm making videos and stuff like that. But if you look at my I'm making a big old fat zero right now. Not making any money whatsoever. Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, it's fine. Do I want the money? Of course, but I think I just gotta envision it a different way, which is why I've been telling you guys, if you guys do end up paying for TradingView, please use my link. If you guys do this, use my link, that type of stuff. If you guys get Luxalgo, use my link. If you guys looking for a new exchange, use some of the links I got down below. That type of stuff always helps out. Wall Street Journal had a centerpiece on it. Oh, really? Damn. I have a friend who was a coach of the women's football team in Seattle. But he got fired apparently, which was wild, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it since. But I think it was like Seattle Majestics. Yeah, Seattle Majestics. So it's like a women's pro football team. Now I got season tickets. I just have not gone to a game. I've been a little bit too busy. They said they were going to have a smoking section for cigars. So I mean, if you buddies can smoke cigars while we're there. So, and we haven't. They haven't had that, so we just didn't go. They got 5,000 followers. All right. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, they let him go. Coach Rod, they let him go. my man, he's just a guy I smoke with, but still, you know, I want them to, you know, I want my friends to be making money. If you can be the coach of a team, I guess it's probably not a lot of money in that, you know, but there's money. It's a job. You can say you're the head of a team or something like that, right? Women's pro football, yeah. I haven't been to it, but from what I heard, it was just a fun place to chill out. You know, it's like going to a baseball game. You might not be watching every single play or something like that. You're not going to have all the roars of the Seahawks games, but like, it's something to go do. For me, though, it was a way to go smoke cigars, and that's why after, like, I think the games are played at some college stadium. But instead, I just go over here to smoke. Where do I go smoke? I go smoking somewhere down here. Yeah, Derby, right here. That little area is where I've been smoking lately. That little teeny area right there. Right across from the Tesla service center. I'll go here for a little bit. They got a private area in the back if you wanted to smoke in there as well. And then I also go up here to the tower. I haven't been up to the Columbia Tower in a few weeks though. A couple weeks now. This bad boy. Yeah, I got a membership on that sucker. For the top floor. It's a really nice spot. I like it a lot. High bar at Skyview Observatory. Oh, interesting. They opened it up a little bit more. Yeah. You look down on the space needle from this building, and the people there are quite nice. I haven't been to the observatory in a while though, but where I go is above the observatory by a couple floors, so I'm bougie. Women's lacrosse league? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot more leagues over time here, especially if people that get in and start putting some money in now. Oh yeah. Yeah, Seattle's a great spot. I highly recommend anybody to visit. It's not as bad as it used to be as far as crime and stuff like that, because we elected a more moderate mayor, and he's been cracking down quite hard. Now, maybe not as much as I would like him to, but still fairly well, right? A lot of people are shorting right now, and not many people are buying right now. To me. Market trades. Yeah, a little bit of stuff going on, not too much. There we go. Alright, there you go. Yeah, make a little visit. What do you call I'm still trying to figure out my plan for going abroad. My issue still is you go to maps and then maps Seattle. I got options. Do I move from Washington to Columbia, probably Medellin or Bogota, one of the two. I think Medellin is where all my friends said I have to move to if I'm moving to Columbia, so it'll be Medellin over here, which is a different type of vibe completely. Again, it's safe enough to have Google go in there and take videos and stuff, right? But again, there's all that, right? Barbed wire and shit, you know, moped club, you know, everybody driving the bike, or, which I think is more realistic for me, is going over here to Thailand, where, you know, you find a highway. Is there a highway over here? I guess that's the highway right here, yeah. Where it's still gonna have that stuff, right? But the vibe just feels safer. You know what I mean? Like, right? There's no barbed wire and stuff. There's that type of stuff, whatever that is. That looks kind of cool. But go through the streets and everything. Right? Every time you see a black person, get a shot. But, you know, maybe Indian dude, maybe? But yeah. So, that's fine. Even got those types. let the clothes dry. Let the clothes dry. Look how thin that building is, though. Oh my god. And there's like, I think that's one room each. Yeah. So those are tiny spots. But yeah, so I'm thinking of most likely going to Thailand once I figure out how to get Loki over there. What I may do is I may get Loki a special type of service animal, you know, or emotional support animal, and then take him on a cruise that leaves from Seattle or Alaska. Yeah, go from Seattle to Alaska, then from Alaska on a cruise all the way over to Japan, and then from Japan I fly over to Thailand. I wonder if that'll work out, or I just do the straight business class flight from Washington all the way over here, and then just get him the best possible airplane, you know, I can, as far as like storage and stuff. Service dog, yeah. So that's probably going to be the goal here. I used to have my pick, but I don't know what happened to it. My pick is basically just a little bit of a fork that you can put in here. I got some tweezers. Tweezers. They're not really meant for anything except for splinters, I guess, but it works. There you are. Rhode Island to Florida had flipped in the cargo. See, exactly. Yeah. See, 2006. That's what I'm concerned about. That type of stuff. And plus, Loki is more of a rare dog, so I just don't want there to be any problems with him getting over there. But I'm going to talk to the Thai government and see if they can help me relocate out there and find the best process, because I think they can give me a special visa for being an influencer, because I'd be making, I'd be making Thailand content as well. And when I'm out there, what I'll also be doing is I'll also be paying people to make like formal editors and stuff like that, build up a team. May cost me a couple $1,000 a month when I get started, but I'm hoping by then I'll figure out how to get my YouTube remonetized so I make money off of my videos. Because right now, as much as I post, I don't get paid anything for that, which is always just a nice little buffer, right? For like, oh yeah, let me pay this editor to test this out because I got tons of extra cash flow now because of my YouTube channel. But that's why I'm learning how to edit myself right now, so I can get most of the stuff done. I'm gonna try to go with the altcoin daily stuff, like let me see if we can find it. Or even Andrew Jack, right? Alright, well, he's doing this type of stuff, showing different type of stuff. I'll probably try this if I can. It won't be as much editing, but I think we're going to start off with 5-minute videos, and I want to see if YouTube pushes them out to you, because it does do it sometimes. And I'm going to do the political stuff as well. So we mix of politics and stuff, and we'll see which way the wind blows on it. Kick in real life. Yeah, in real life, that in Thai. We're over for a week. Oh, no, if I'm in Thailand for like a week or a month or something like that, I'll just leave Loki with my sister. I'll pay her to come down here, whatever a job would pay for the summer. I'm like, hey, you get paid $20 an hour, you know, 160 hours a week. What is that? Months, you mean? So it's 160 times 20. Yeah, I'd pay her $3,000 a month or something like that, you know, cash, to watch my dog, because she has a summer job she does every year. I'd probably do something like that. He's like, hey, watch my dog. You could even get a job down here if you want to. Money is not so much the issue as me just wanting a comfortable trip for my dog when I do go to town with Loki for like a year, 2 years, 3 years type of thing. Because the way I'd want to do it is, again, I keep on going over here to maps, Thailand. The way I'd want to do it is I'd spend a couple years in Thailand, then I'd spend a couple years in Malaysia, then I'd spend a couple years in Singapore at the bottom right there, and then I'd maybe spend a couple years in the Philippines, and then by then I've done all my travels. You know, in this spot I can go to the Middle East, over here to Dubai, go over to Japan, China, not really Australia, they got too many fucking crazy animals out there, and you know, I can come back over here later on in my life, and then maybe I'll do a little bit of a trip over to Colombia for a little bit of time, maybe Panama a little bit with Loki, and see how that works out. But short term, like a month or something like that, nah, I would just leave 3 months. I'd leave him with my sister, which would be hard enough for me, but you know, Loki'd be survive and I'd survive and my sister would be fine with it. But again, it's you gotta wait a little bit for all that. Maybe this summer, actually, I don't know, but I'd only go for maybe a few weeks in the summer, you know. You have online masters for a year from JHU. Oh, fly me over, I'll work remote. Bogota. Yeah, Bogota seems really nice. All my friends said go to Medellin if I'm going to move to Colombia, though, so that should be interesting. But all right, everybody, I'm going to call it a night here. I'm going to try to put a video out for you guys tomorrow morning around 6 o'clock my time, maybe 4 o'clock my time. It'll be scheduled to go out, and you guys will see all the news coming out from today. It'll probably be a typical Trump video or something like that while I'm building out a longer form video, but it'll basically be talking about what Trump said, what one of his cabinet members said about crypto, and why it matters, and, you know, maybe some of the news going around it right now as well. So see you guys a little later. Thanks for watching, and Cartagena is definitely a possibility for a short-term thing. My goal is to hopefully find a wife in Colombia and then take her over to the Asia, but I don't know if she'd actually enjoy that as much or not. Maybe she just enjoyed being in the